I was over there a few weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's they're one of the better shirts I reckon in the last one.
Yeah.
They just couldn't beat England though. welcome to today's NPL clash between the Gold Coast United and Gold Coast Knights here at Coplings Sports Park. It's the second week in a row of the Gold Coast Derby. Last week we had a fantastic 1-1 match over at the Croatian Sports Centre. Today, well, there's plenty on the line for both of these teams. Once again, only 3 matches left in the regular season, so lots riding on this match. My name is Josh Onafinger here to bring you all the action today. It promises to be a great one. There was lots of feeling in the match last Saturday. I feel like we're going to get a similar sort of result here today. Let me run you through the teams for today's clash. One change for Gold Coast United. Jet Long comes into the 11 in place of Denver Minster, who's on the bench. That starting 11 is Carlos Salidare, Jaden Walker, Oscar Dillon, Kento Ueno, James Darrington, Nicholas Panetta, Aaron Reardon, Logan Sandbrook, Jet Long, Chris Lucas and Riley Thompson. And for the Knights, who are currently in 4th place on the table and looking good for finals football this season, well, only one change. And it's in goals. Harry Groves comes in for his first start of the season. Sebastian Aarons is out. We saw him pull up a little bit sore after one passage of play last Saturday, and that's obviously taken a toll today. The rest of their 11 will be as follows. Groves in goal, Kui Keda, Tyson Martin, Austin Ludwig, Luke Kroll, Archie McGregor, Joel Russell, Braden Inman, Leonard Adderwell, Daniel Diaz and Max King. United are going to have the kick-off here today. Currently in second last place on the table, staring down relegation, and desperately need a good result here. We'll run you through just exactly what that situation is here as this game progresses, but there's no bones about it. Gold Coast United definitely need points, and they're going to need to win probably at least one of their final 3 matches this season if they are to stay up in the top flight. So plenty at stake here today. As I said, Harry Groves in goal today for the Knights. His first start. Exciting stuff for him, a great opportunity for him as well. Had to ride the bench all season behind Sebastian Aarons. And now we get to see what he's made of, the young man. And a little bit of trickle of rain just before play here. But hopefully those clouds have now pushed across Talibudra Valley. Got some blue skies above us now. Not really a breath of wind either, so perfect conditions really for football. Nice cool day here on the Gold Coast. Well. Goes for an ambitious ball, looking for Joel Russell. Speaking of Russell, there's no Daniel Russell today. Sorry, there's no David Russell today on the bench for the Knights. The bench for the Knights is Charles Kaldor, Yuto Morita, Cody Nankaro, Tanaj Gunst, Indigo Sharp and Lachlan Casperson. And for the home side, they've got Hunter Hill, Keegan Botha, Samuel Nichols, Max Brown, Noah Meliendres and Denver Minster ready to come on and impact the game. Reardon and Dillon combining at the back for United. They were both very solid last week at the Croatian Sports Centre. They were under a fair bit of pressure. Knights had lots of chances, lots of attacks, but the 2 centre-backs did a good job. Oh, this one gets past. Adewale loses his footing momentarily. Ueno was sweating on it, but Adewale did enough to recover and knock it out of touch. There is Long in place at left back today. He didn't play last week, but he's back straight into the 11. He's got a bit of tape on his right knee. Searching ball, looking for Lucas out on the far side. Inman's pushed under the ball. The referee says that's all fair. Thompson King with a nice ball into the middle, but Ueno gives it away. So it was not a great result last night from a United point of view, with the Rochdale Rovers defeating Easts 2-1. That lifts them up from 10th place on the table up to 11th. Now 4 points clear of that relegation zone, the bottom two. Gold Coast United, well, they're 2 points behind Magic United, who play Olympic FC tomorrow. So many little subplots in this season as we approach the business end. Sandbrook does really well to beat a couple there, keep the ball, but it's given away. And McGregor will go all the way back to Groves, who gets his first real touch and knocks it down, looking for Russell, who's got the pace. Reardon uses his body across the face. Salidara gets a touch on it, and Walker's happy to knock it out for a throw in. Tight angle, but Russell made a good piece of it, and that's the first real shot of the game. Knocked out for a throw in rather than a corner there by Walker. Diaz always creating. Martin, he's held. Referee says play on. King looking for an option. Gets Ikeda, who cuts it back, but Ueno's there. And the danger is still present as Walker goes back into the middle. And now Dillon knocks it out of play. Sandbrook is clattered. Referee says play on. Panetta's got lots of space. Looks to cut inside. He's got Adewell to beat. Knocks it back in the direction of Long. Nobody really there to receive though, and King is going to get there ahead of Lucas. Ikeda, nice moment after the game last week. Ikeda and Kento Ueno had a nice long chat, the two Japanese imports. Good to see. Both these sides just taking a little bit of time to get into the game here. Dillon with a searching ball looking for Pernetta. Doesn't get over the top. Now it's too close to Groves, and he'll be able to collect that one. United, well, they've only won 4 games this season. The most recent 2 of those wins have been here at home, 4-0 over Rochdale and 3-0 over Olympic FC. So when they're on, they're on. But those performances have just been too few and far between. From a Gold Coast United perspective, only Brisbane Roar Academy sit below them on this table. Chris Lucas, the ever-reliable striker, gave them the lead last week after 55 minutes. Know how dangerous he is around goal, a real poacher in the classical sense. And now here's Martin, who goes for a long ball over to McGregor, but Salidari will get there. Martin certainly had an up-and-down game last week, but when he was on, he was fantastic. He played a big part in setting up that goal, which was put away by Joel Russell last week. And he is so important to this side. He's Long now. Dillon, there is Martin, putting the pressure on the United defence here. Salidare just in time. And now Dillon gets it moving again. Pressure here is good from the Knights. Certainly no easy touches out there at the minute. Ikeda flicks it on. King does well. He's got good control for a tall man. Thompson King looking for the ball inside. That's a nice touch. Though from Ludwig. And now McGregor's got some space on the right flank. Long. Gets past Long and into the box. Over the top. Russell. Too high for him. Martin's at the back post though, and this ball stays in play. King. Inman. Adewell. All the way back to DS. Good turn from Adewell. Sets off McGregor. Fakes at the cross, and there was a little touch to the referee, so corner's the call. Jet Long doesn't agree with that decision. Jim McGregor went to jump over the sliding challenge rather than cross it, and well, they win a corner first of the game. Austin Ludwig, well, he'll be a target here. Got his head on a couple of set pieces last week, although it's a short ball. Now Ikeda on the second go. Floats it over towards the back. It's misdirected. Inman is there, though. And the Knights are going to keep heaping the pressure on United here. Sandbrook does well to send Diaz back in the opposite direction. Now they go all the way back. It'll take some time. Now Kroll's back, where he feels more comfortable on the other side, the defensive side of the halfway line. Groves with an ambitious ball. Good head from Ikeda. Russell's there in the middle, and Reardon had to act quickly, which he did. The Knights attackers, they've all got speed, they've all got pace. Cannot afford to take your time around them, that's for sure. Russell is certainly, and well, McGregor, Inman, the whole lot, really. Ludwig goes back to Groves. Getting a few touches now, the young keeper, hopefully getting comfortable with the game. Hands in the back there from Dillon. The referee said that was okay. Thompson King goes back to Walker. It's blocked by King, Max King, on that occasion. Walker manages to shepherd it over for a goal kick. A little bit of cat and mouse there from Oscar Dillon. Ball makes Salidaro work a little bit. Happy just to control the ball here for the most part, United. They really struggled in the first half last week to keep the ball and string passes together, so that might have been a focus during the week. Under the new leadership of David Abella and Jamie Dixon, a pair of, well, taking control of United after David Prevan was moved on 7 weeks ago or so. Certainly hasn't gone to plan this season for United, but can they scrap and make it a really strong finish? Reardon giving Panetta a little bit of work to do with that one. Outside of the boot. Long just can't get there ahead of Atwell though, and Atwell knocks it across. It's going to be a throw in. Lucas is going to lob a long throw into the box here, you'd imagine, with the centre backs getting in there. Such a weapon. If you can have a player who can deliver a long throw, can really cause chaos in the box, especially with a rookie keeper in there today. Reardon does well. Uses Lucas, who now can whip in a low ball. Not real dangerous though, as DS knocks it away. Ueno does really well. Had to beat a couple and kept the ball. He's heading in the wrong direction at the minute though. Needs to turn around. If he can, he does. He uses Long, who loses the ball and then wins it back. Walker. Salidare. Panetta off the head, but nobody there to receive. And Groves is going to be able to collect. Ludwig, long ball. McGregor's there. Nice head from Reardon, gets it back to his captain. Thompson King, lots of space in the centre of the ground. Lucas has got the run. Is he onside? He gets there ahead of Groves. The flag goes up though. Must have been close. Groves did well in the end though to cut off the angles. speaking of fast strike as well, we know Chris Lucas certainly has that in his kit bag. First offside of the game. Diaz can collect, and Martin uses King. This looks promising for the Knights as Iketa's just... That ball was just delivered onto his wrong foot. He'd much prefer it on his left, which he might be able to use here. Inman flicks it inside. Nicely done, though, by Dylan. So by Reardon. Panetta, though, doesn't want to get himself into too much trouble. Long down the line. Nice work from Durrington, who's got some space to use. Uses Lucas, who gets to him, but it goes to his legs. And the Knights' defence can breathe a sigh of relief. Gee, what a good opportunity. 2-on-2, really, ahead of Durrington there. As the sun finally breaks through on this Saturday afternoon here in Tally-Badgera Valley. It's been a beautiful day, actually, here. As I said, just a sprinkling of rain before the first whistle, but that seems to have cleared now, thankfully. Panetta putting the pressure on Ludwig, but he keeps his cool. The other result last night in the NPL men's was a 0-0 draw between Wynnum Wolves and Brisbane City. Good result, really, for Gold Coast Knights, with both of those sides sitting just outside the final spots. Means the Knights maintain a 3-point lead, a 3-point buffer in the final spots. Here's Inman now. He's also heading in the wrong way, but only momentarily. Adewale. McGregor back to Adewale. Nice 1-2 and a 1-2-3. Just can't get it back to McGregor on that occasion. And Long with some fleet-footedness. Gets down the line, but he's outnumbered in the end. Ludwig's got some options, but turns it over and fouls Sandbrook in the process. A rare mistake from Ludwig, not what you expect to see from the experienced defender. Sandbrook got his body in the right place, though, and won his side the free kick. He was certainly living dangerously last week, Austin Ludwig. Somehow managed to stay out of the referee's notebook, despite committing a few fouls. He's been such a great inclusion for the Knights, though, hasn't he, after having a stint with the Roar in the A-League. Straight back to the club that he captained just a couple of seasons ago. Long's had plenty of work to do so far today on this left flank. That ball stays in play. And Thompson King can use Sandbrook, who turns. Doesn't really have any options to go to, so goes back to Ueno. Durrington. Walker. Low ball. Bit of a chaos ball. Sandbrook's there. Can he get the shot away? He does! It's in the back of the net! Groves didn't dive. Somehow won the ball and he found the bottom corner. Excellent finish from Logan Sandbrook. His second goal of the season. And what a crucial goal that is for United in the context of this season. Nice finish from Logan Sandbrook. It's 1-0 here. Well, the delivery from Walker wasn't perfect. I think he'd even admit that. But the chaos nature of that ball meant that nobody was really sure where it was bouncing. Sandbrook managed to trap it, turn, and without even looking at where the goals were, found the bottom left corner. His second goal of the season, and just what the doctor ordered for United. For the second time in 2 weeks, they take the lead against the Knights in the GC Derby. How do the Knights respond? Kroll just out of reach of McGregor, and United very happy with themselves at the minute. It's their first shot as well, by my count. He's a hard-working striker, Logan Sandbrook, often chasing down defenders, looking for gaps in the defence, and on that occasion, well, he was in the right spot and was able to put it away. What's the response now from the Knights, who are actually winless in their last 3 matches, 2 draws and a loss. They haven't won since their 2-1 win over the Lions, which was, to be fair, a fantastic win. But it's been almost a month without a victory in this competition now. Sally Dare just ahead of Russell. Panetta's trapped the ball really well on a couple of occasions, and Durrington can set Lucas off to the races. He gets there in front, shot away, just misses. Just misses the near post, and Chris Lucas throws his head up to the sky. Golden opportunity to make it 2-zip. United looking good at the minute. Smart play to use his head to keep it in front. That's a really risky ball. Sandbrook's there. Can Panetta get the shot away? He gets through somehow. Deflected, cleared off the line from Kroll. What is happening out there at the minute? Reardon, he's going to ensure this attack's not over. Panetta gets it on to Reardon again. Likes his left foot. Great save from Groves. Sliding challenge, gets it away. Play on, says the referee. Over the top from Durrington. And somehow it's still 1-0 here. Great save from Harry Groves. That ball was heading across the face of goal, and a sliding challenge, I think, from Ludwig cleared the danger. Plenty happening at the minute here at the Complinks Sports Stadium. And the Knights, well, they're lucky they're not more than 1 behind as it stands. Excellent positioning from Luke Kroll as well, clearing that ball off the line, that shot from Panetta. That's what experience buys you, and the GC Knights captain was in the right spot. Panetta's there again. He's having a big influence so far. Ueno isn't fouled, says the ref. Panetta with a nice touch again. Oh, we're seeing an absolute onslaught at the minute from the home side here. They're 1 goal to the good. Can they capitalise on this momentum and make it 2? Long gets it crossing off with the right foot. It's nodded away by Diaz. Now Thompson King. The flag goes up. Yeah. Long just couldn't get back into an onside position in time. The other match today in the NPL. Whoa. Top of the table clash. Lions and Power go head to head. It's going to be a good one to watch later today. But cannot take your eyes off the GC derby here at the minute. Gold Coast United searching for just their 5th win of the season and currently hold a 1-0 lead over their rivals. Thompson King gets it through to Sandbrook, the goal scorer, who releases Panetta, and he's in an offside position. Yeah, the flag went straight up, no doubt in the linesman's mind. Just a bit of ill discipline there from United. There's a bit of a gust blows through. Wind picking up, it's blowing in the direction of the Knights actually, so they've got a bit of an advantage here at the minute. Long just trying to steal a little bit of extra meterage if he can. The referee lets him do it. Ueno turns nicely, really nicely. And now Panetta, but King gets in front of him and wins himself the foul. About 20 minutes left in this first half, so just past halfway in this one. The Knights, well, looking a bit uncharacteristically out of sorts here so far, so taking this opportunity just to take a deep breath, maybe say a few things in that team talk and get their structures back happening like they would prefer. It's King who's just having a little bit of boot issues here by the looks of things. It's good to go down. There's Kroll. Hasn't really had many opportunities to set the game up from the back, which he loves to do. This ball gets through for Ikeda. He's got space to whip in across. Inman's in the centre. McGregor's at the back post. He turns touchline side, and Long does really well to get this one away. That's a foul. McGregor got into his back, and good defence from the left back. Jet Long, the only inclusion, or the only change from last weekend's starting 11 for United. He has replaced Denver Minster in this starting 11. And if you just joined us, only one change for the Knights as well. It's Harry Groves in goal. Sebastian Aarons is unavailable today. First start. Smacked down the line. The wind holds that ball up just a tiny bit there, causing a little bit of indecision, but there were no United players there to put on the pressure. This is some nice one-touch football from the Knights, but that's given away by Adderwell. Switch might be on here now for United. Darrington tries to flick it over. Just I was about to say that they've held the ball so much better than they did last week. They've looked a much better side so far. And Lucas can't get there ahead of Kroll. From our vantage point, that looked like he might be on there. Dillon knocks that one long back down into the forward line for United. All the way back to Groves. And that's a nice pass out to Ikeda, who's got some space now. And they can attack down the left-hand side, Gold Coast Knights. Good chase from Lucas, but still have the ball, and Martin switches all the way across to McGregor. Adderwell, he's still running. Tries to get in the cross, but Long is in the right spot. It'll be a corner kick, however. Second one of the game. And just the one shot on goal so far for the Knights. That came via Joel Russell. It's nicely saved by Salidara. Back post. Salidaro had it covered, and it's a goal kick. Quite possibly that faint breath of wind that we've got going from left to right of your screen may have just picked that one up and helped it fly over the crossbar. That sun returns. It's hard to know whether to keep the sunglasses on or off at this stage, as this is turned over in the middle of the field. Dangerous stuff, but it's only booted down to the Gold Coast United keeper. Ludwig's going to pick that up. Sandbrook always pressuring. Martin does well to protect the space and win the foul. Ludwig. There's Adwell. Russell trying to force his way through like a battering ram, but can't get past. Now Thompson King. Thompson King. Knocked out of play by Adwell. Good desperation. Dare just toying with Russell, who gets the ball back. He's onside. Heads back to Martin and uses Russell for the 1-2. McGregor comes in board. Cleared though. There's King. Oh, he's knocked over. Ref says that's okay, though. Darrington looking for an option. Lucas is always running. Nice inboard ball to Sandbrook. Back to Lucas. Does this flag stay down? I think it has. Across the face. Penninat is at the back post. And it just flies wide of that far post. Somehow that ball squeezed through. Not quite sure how it did. Just couldn't get there in time to make it happen. Much better. Here's Groves. Can he look for the... Both sides have huddled together on that left-hand side, and this goes more central. Over the top of Panetta. Thompson King. Head of the ball, but Ludwig gets there. Does well, keeps the ball in play, still in play. Uses Adwell, and now Diaz has some space. But no real options to choose from at this point, so they're going to go back. Kroll looking for McGregor, and what a touch that is from the right winger. Brings it to rest, and now flicks it over towards the back post. King is there, he can't get there, too much curl on it. And that's safely behind for a goal kick. Gee, what control that was from Archie McGregor. Outstanding stuff, but it amounted to nothing. We've got just over 10 minutes remaining in this first half. It's been all Gold Coast United so far. Healthy crowd in here today at Complinks to see Gold Coast Derby. Second one in as many weeks. Oh, sliding challenge from Long. Didn't get the ball, says the referee, and going to be a throw in rather than a free kick. So no contact, no issues there with that one. Kroll looking for McGregor once again and finds him once again. Kept in play. Long falls on the ball, and because there was no foul, that's a handball. Don't see that too often. The referee said the challenge on him was fine, and then he grabbed the ball with both his hands. Was inside the box, crucially, when that happened. Now it's just going to be a free kick. Inman is possibly asking for a card or something extra. Instead, it's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position. Jet Long looked like he just panicked there a little bit. Didn't get the free kick that he wanted and lost his footing. So we've got Ikeda now. That trusty left boot of his. Into the wall. Calls for handball, but Pineda. And that's a free kick against Pineda, in fact. So they're going to get another chance here. The opportunities keep on coming for the Knights. This one has opened up the angle just a little bit. He's got to make sure to clear the wall here. Get it into a dangerous position. 5 red shirts lurking. It's a good ball headed. I think that came off United's head, clearing header from Darrington over the crossbar, and corner kick. It's going to be Inman. Taking it. Who is he targeting here? Whipped into the near post. Goal kick, says the referee. Not the delivery that the Knights captain would have been hoping for there. Just a little too shallow. This is into the middle. Thompson King has to get rid of it pretty quickly, which he does. Darrington uses Dillon, who's knocked over by Inman. Play on, says the referee, over the top. In fact, it was a blocked shot. So it's going to be another corner, the 4th corner of the match. They've all gone to the way of the Knights, funnily enough. All the offsides have been courtesy of United, and all the corners have been the way of the Knights. Number 4. What will it bring? Inman. The short option's always there. The Knights seem to like that. This is a nice spot, but Salidare reads it perfectly. Grabs it with a lot of confidence. Thompson King just gets it out of Martin's reach. Now Ueno can release Walker. He's got some options in the middle as well if he wants to use it. Instead, he's happy just to go back for the time being. Thompson King looking for Walker. And across the face, off the post. Sandbrook nearly made it a double. Just denied by the woodwork. And now Russell has to go back. Uses his keeper, who's a long way out of his ground. Thompson King. Darrington just gives it away though, and Attewell can repel. Using McGregor. Russell's got the ball. Top of the box where he likes it. On the left boot, over the top. Oh, what a sensational ball that last one was. believe it was Darrington who put the ball through. Sandbrook got on the end of it, and it was across the face, almost a carbon copy of that first goal. Searching for the bottom left corner. On this occasion, though, hit the post and bounced to safety from a Knights' point of view. Thumped up the field by the United keeper. It's in dispute here for now. Panetta's had a great first half. He's been creating a lot. And he's looked dangerous every time he's had the ball. Ludwig, he's going to be put under a bit of pressure from Sandbrook again. It's been a good battle between those two. But that's a lovely ball. Finds King, who brings it to rest with ease. Nice flick on from Inman, but Walker's there to mop up. Martin just hasn't quite been able to get himself into the game so far. Diaz uses McGregor. It's a bit long, gets in there and with a nice slide, make sure that that attack doesn't progress. Well read by the left back. Closing stages of this first half now. It's been a fascinating first half, really. Gold Coast United with a 1-goal buffer, which on the live ladder gets them out of the bottom two. Of course, the bottom two sides in this comp will be relegated, so they need to do everything in their power to get the 3 points here today. But yes, as it stands, they do jump ahead of Magic United, even though Magic have a game tomorrow against Olympic FC, game in hand. Back to play though, and Darrington gets it over looking for Sandbrook. He's got the pace. Atawal does well though. United will be happy with that. A few more seconds come off the clock. As the shadows lengthen here at Complex Family Sports Park. Long does pretty well. Keeps that in. And the call goes the way of the Knights, much to the dismay of United. That sun getting very low. Russell brings it down. He's not fouled. Referee says play on. Sandbrook now can run with the ball, but Russell does well to mop up and help Atawal with the clean-up job. Diaz gets it through. Reardon reads it well though. McGregor throws his head back. Just hasn't had the right ball yet. Not yet, it might be coming. Here's Ueno. Over the head of Walker, and that's a nice touch by a match commissioner today. On the sidelines, does well to bring that to ground. Inman with a searching ball. All it finds, though, is the touchline. Wonder if we'll see some changes at half-time here. We had the unusual situation last week of United making all their substitutions and then getting an injury towards the end of the game. As we're back with McGregor up against Long. Adewale tries to get it through and knocks it across for a corner. Plays it safe. I think it was Lachlan Semler who came on as a sub last week, replacing Jaden Walker. And he was only on for a handful of minutes before he injured himself and wasn't able to be replaced because all the substitution windows had been used by United. Thankfully, though, as they finished the game with 10 men, it didn't hurt them holding on for the draw. As it's another wasted corner from the Knights. They've had 5 corners today and a couple of free kicks in really dangerous positions around the box. They just haven't capitalised today so far. It's a low ball and pretty much just given away in the end. Tried to bring in board. Sandbrook beats Adewale with a nice touch, and now he's got the pace. He's going to keep going. Makes his way into the box. Still going, Sandbrook. Adewale, though, ran with him all the way. Made sure it went behind for a corner. First corner of the day for United. And a good chance to potentially extend this lead. As I said, their 2 wins here this season, United have both come in pretty convincing victories. 4-0 over Rochdale and 3-0 over Olympic FC. Win over Olympic was only 3 weeks ago, so still in their minds as Groves goes for the punch rather than the collect. Thompson King flicks it back out to Durrington. Low ball, easily cleared. And now Inman, with real pace and strength, gets ahead, but the ball doesn't cooperate. It runs across for a throw-in. And that is half-time. So an interesting first half here at Coplinks. 1-0 to Gold Coast United. That deadlock broken in the 20th minute by Logan Sandbrook with a really good finish across his body and across the face of goal into the bottom left corner. Gold Coast Knights, they're sitting in the final spots, but they're not playing like it just at this stage of the game. Will we see some changes at half-time? We'll find out in 15 minutes or so when we come back for the second half. Hope you can join us then.
Excellence. Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire,
Teaching me so.
the care we give.
Baby girl.
At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Future game is changing, and so it's really important for us to understand that we're not developing players for the here and now, it's for the future.
It's extremely important to have an identity as a state. There's some key characteristics that we identified as being really important to Queensland players. The first one is creative, which refers to a player's technical ability, their base level technique and their X factor qualities. Second is courageous, how players influence the game, their levels of effort, their absolute desire displayed on the pitch. And then there's competitive, so their winning mentality, and that's got nothing to do with winning games. And that's a never say die effort, which is a hallmark of Queensland players in the past. It's something we want to continue to preserve.
That sort of frames everything we look for in a Queensland player. It's really important for every fan of every club, for every member, for every player to understand what it means to be a Queenslander, lean into the nature of the Queensland spirit. I think this is the most exciting time for youth development in a long time in Australia. We've seen so many young Queenslanders move on to bigger and better things. We've seen so much national team representation, and we've seen a massive shift in terms of the focus on youth development in a professional sort of setting within the A-Leagues. So if you're a young Queenslander, it's our job at Football Queensland to ensure that we're giving every opportunity to players to reach that stage and support talent wherever it may be to reach the higher echelons of the game.
I think football was always my thing, yeah. I just loved it. Yeah. I love being a part of the team, and I love winning. Yeah. I played for Warriors in Townsville, and it was really good, and I learnt a lot, and I felt like I was just having fun. I was really nervous at first because I'd played against these girls all growing up. Like, I'd always been in the Townsville team, they'd been in the Metro teams, and I was really nervous because I didn't know whether I was good enough or whether I was just like overreaching. With the right support and the right coaching and the right programs to be identified, like carnivals, you can definitely get spotted and you can do it. From there, it's just how much you want it, really. The Queensland State Team program has helped me believe in myself, because a lot of the time when I don't believe in myself, I don't perform as well, and that's probably what's let me down. Off the field, I'd say just like becoming a better person and more mature and friendly and outgoing, and I feel like helps me bring me out of my shell, I guess, yeah. I feel really, really grateful and really honoured that I've been selected and that I've been seen and identified to be good enough to play, just to have the opportunity to play in front of national team coaches, and I just feel like super confident, super eager. It's really good to see my kind of progression from not making it at all to making it. The Queensland State Team program can really help push you into the A-League teams, the Premier League teams, the Matildas representing your country, and that's something that I aspire to do. I think just the level of coaching and the intensity and playing in a better team definitely makes you a better player, and you kind of understand what you have to do to get to that level, and it's, yeah, really good.
here, how do I finish this time? What's the off?
Welcome back to the Coupling Family Sports Park for the second half of this NPL men's Gold Coast derby. It's been an exciting clash so far, 1-0 in favour of the home side. A Logan Sandbrook goal in the 18th minute broke that deadlock. It's a perfect afternoon for football here in the Tallybudgera Valley, as the sun sets on this Saturday. Wow, plenty to play for both these sides. Probably most importantly, the home side, who, as it stands on the live ladder, they are out of the relegation spots. But they do need to hold on to this lead if it's going to stay that way. Just running my eye over the teams. I don't think we've had any substitutions at half-time. Free kick, late call from the ref. Russell went down. He's holding his head. Dylan, certainly very apologetic. But he's still down, the Knights striker. Yeah, no changes for either side at half-time. I'm sure we'll see some subs starting to warm up very shortly, though. It's going to be Ikeda, who's had an indifferent first half with a few wasted corners and free kicks that didn't really hit the mark. This is a chance to make amends. Plenty of red shirts in the box to aim for. Goes towards the back. There was a hold on Ludwig, maybe. Referee says it's okay. And Walker's there for the quick release. Lots of space down the right flank to operate. Sandbrook is there, but the flag's about to go up, I think. He didn't touch the ball, and it's going to be a goal kick instead. Sandbrook, what an acquisition he's been. The 18-year-old joined from Central Coast Mariners 2s halfway through this season. His goal today was his second of the season. He's only played a handful of games in this competition, I should say. But yeah, great acquisition. Looks like a really promising young player. As Ueno, and another one of these United players who's been picked up recently, and Dylan sends this long looking for Lucas. It's way out of the reach of Lucas, however. Groves in goal. You might be wondering who that is wearing the blue for the Knights. Well, it's his first game in the NPL men's. He's sat on the bench all season behind Sebastian Aarons, and Aarons is unavailable today, so Groves gets his chance, his first start in this competition. The Knights currently sitting in fourth. Top 4 final series this season. The top 2 get a second chance. But the Knights, I think they'll be happy if they can lock in one of those final spots, which a win here today would go a long way to do. But they've got a goal deficit at this point in the game, and Ikeda chooses not to whip in an early ball. Martin fakes, goes the other way. Can't get it all the way through. Russell's ball does find McGregor eventually. Adwell wasn't on the same page as him though, and Long, who has been a mid-season acquisition from Blacktown himself in Sydney's, New South Wales, Sydney's Football League. You do wonder if, looking at Saliadara and the Gold Coast United goals, he's really looking into the sun here. It's a tricky time of day to play at this ground with the angle of the pitch, but he's got plenty of experience playing here. It's 3:15 kickoff today, it was. And the only other match tonight in the NPL is 6 o'clock, top of the table clash between Lions and Peninsula Powers. Martin with a good turn. Kedders at the top of the box. Inman, who can he find? Russell's there. Gets a bit of space. The block is there from 2 United players. Inman thinking. He's got Diaz. Flicks it in, dangerous spot. Headed away though. And back to Inman and we'll do it all again. Gets inside the box. Unsuccessful challenge from Walker. Ikeda turns, he wants his left foot. Back post over the top of McGregor, just over his head. The attack's going to keep coming though as Kroll. Inman starting to get really busy now, the captain. Another good cross. The head is there, goes up, and it came down. McGregor got his head to it. Salidaro thought he was fouled. I think it was his own player who came across and took him out though. It's going to be a goal kick, so crisis averted from the home side. Dylan just shakes off his head. Good commitment from both players there. You know, Oscar Dillon is never going to take a backward step. Oh, Reardon almost gets it through to Sandbrook. Ludwig had both his arms around the attacker there. The referee said it was okay. And in the shade down that end of the ground. That's a nice touch. Panetta's going to get on the end of it, perhaps. King's there as well. A little bit of indecision, but Groves does well to clear the area. And nicely headed from Inman. King has got some space in the middle now. Uses his captain. Martin, it's time for him to get busy as well. Attawell. Nice touch from McGregor. First time inboard. Inman's there. Was he fouled? The referee says no. Penalty shout. Waved away. Didn't look to be a whole lot in it. He's King. Panetta wins the ball back there and wins the throw in for his side. Looking a little bit more dangerous at the start of this half. The Knights just couldn't find their rhythm in the first half. Inman having plenty of touches in the last few minutes. It's time for him to lead by example here and really get involved, which he's done. Diaz. Attawell going to use McGregor again. They love attacking down this right-hand side, the Knights. First time from Attawell. Russell was there, but Dylan had it covered. King, he was responsible for setting up the Knights' only goal last week with a really crafty little chip over to Tyson Martin, who then was able to screw it back to Joel Russell. It was a beautiful play. Definitely worth checking out that highlight if you haven't seen how they worked that goal last week, but it was the only time they hit the score sheet, and they might need a bit of magic again today if they're going to get there, as we've got some activity on the sidelines. Looks like we might have Denver Minster ready to come on. Now it's going to be Jaden Walker to make way as well. So we saw Minster on the left at left back last week in the absence of Jet Long, while he's now going to play on the right. So Walker's out of the game. First substitute of the day. There goes Attawell. using McGregor for the umpteenth time today. Walker out, Minster in. No real rush to get the ball back into play from United, as you'd expect. Panetta, he had a fantastic first half, and Lucas with the pace. There's a whistle though. It finds the back of the net, but the referee, I thought there was a free kick further up the ground. Not quite sure what that was for, but we're not seeing any real arguments. May have been from Sandbrook potentially grabbing onto the Knights defenders. We might have to have another look at that, but it was a classic finish from Lucas, as you'd expect. Here's Atwell with a great run, gets inside the box. Martin's there with the shot across the face, and it's wide. Salidare looked like he had it covered, just didn't strike it sweetly, did the midfielder. But that's probably the best chance that they've created in this match so far. Martin's always lurking at the top of the box. He scored quite a few goals with the cutbacks so far this season and almost added another to his tally. But yeah, just didn't hit the right part of the boot and dribbled away to safety. Goes back to Groves, who uses his chest, and good composure from the young keeper. Now Martin. That's a nice ball to King. The United numbers get back. Nice back heel. Ikeda almost gets it across. Did it come off a hand? It's out of play for a goal kick. That sun is just about to dip behind the trees here at the Knights' end of the ground. It's going to get quite fresh. I would imagine it's been a beautiful day here on the Gold Coast. It's perfect conditions for football for the Gold Coast derby. Panetta is on the end of this, trying to work his magic. Using Long back into the team today. First time for Panetta. Sandbrook was just flat-footed. And Ludwig, with all his experience, makes sure that that one goes over the line. Kroll. Oh, good to see Gold Coast United still really pressing here. They're not sitting back and comfortable with their 1-0 lead. They are still really putting the pressure on this Knights defence. That was a rushed exit from Kroll, and they've got to throw it in a good position as a result. Inman tries to get it inboard. Darrington does well to find Ueno. Now Panetta gets inside the box. It's going to be a corner kick. First of the half. Darrington, he's going to stroll across to take it. The 20-year-old, he joined United from the Raw Academy in June. He's been another one of these good acquisitions. You feel like when it does click for United, it's going to look pretty good. They've got a lot of young talent. Hopefully they can keep all of them. Header at the back post from Dillon, just over the crossbar. Nice delivery from Darrington, and another close shave for the home side. And Kroll decides to take on Lucas. Referee says play on. danger's not gone. But now Russell, he does well. The lights come on here as Martin finds McGregor with a really smart ball. He's going to try a step over or two to get inside the box, cuts it back. Rudian will clear though with that trusty left boot of his. You cannot take any time when Chris Lucas is around you, that's for sure. Martin thought about a bicycle there, just out of his stretch. And now, if he's onside, he might be able to whip in a dangerous ball here. Minster, here's the fresh legs as his opponents all the way back to King. Martin does just enough to win the free kick. Dangerous position. Inman to take. Good looking ball. Martin tried to flick it on. Russell with the shot. Cleared by Ueno. Not sure if you can really count that as a shot. It was blocked as soon as Russell got his boot to the ball. First corner of the second half for the Knights. I had 5 in the first half. Mostly from block shots rather than saves. This is a dangerous looking ball. Salidara gets a hand on it. Flicked across from Makeda. There was just too many bodies in the way to get through. United, they're going to hold on at least for now. He goes King. Russell's there, but Sally Darrow rises and takes a good grab. Just asserting himself on the contest there, the United captain. It's a good run from McGregor, as he has done all day, and gee, that clearance came off the Knights winger, so throw into United. We're going to have another substitution here as well. It's going to be Panetta making way. Excellent game from him so far. He's replaced by the experienced Max Brown. A good shift there from Nicholas Panetta. Lucas now flicks it over. Sandbrook, he's got the pace like we know. Brown's got the fresh legs, he's in the middle. Back post is Darrington. Sandbrook goes himself straight at the keeper, and well taken by Groves. He had options in the middle there, decided to go himself. There is Brown jumping at that ball. Former Knights player, in fact, Maxi Brown, and does well to control that. Flick it across off the post, but safely out for a goal kick. Oh, United pressing for a second goal here to double their advantage. I've mentioned it a couple of times on the live ladder. They are out of the relegation zone as it stands, but a long way to go in this one. Minster snuffs that one out with his shoulder. Inman releases Ikeda. Cuts in board, has lots of space to work with. Martin uses him again. Over to Russell. Uses McGregor. Sliding. Block from Long, who does really well. And the clearance comes. Long's done that a couple of times today. He's slid in and blocked shots and crosses. Reads those really well. And Lucas dispossesses Diaz. Was there a stud up there? Referee says it was okay. And potentially an advantage call there. Now Diaz goes to ground behind play. I think Brown maybe gave him a little bit of a shoulder as we look back at the ball. Joel Russell's got it. Inside the box, Minster does well. It'll be a corner though. Yeah, a little bit of back and forth between Brown and Diaz in the centre of the pitch there. And then he puts his arm around him just to say, all good, mate. Inman taking it upon himself here to deliver. Plenty of good targets in there from a Knights point of view. Rising was Ludwig, but Dylan got the clearing header. Back in there from Ikeda. Calls for handball. Referee said it was okay. And then maybe secondary calls again as well. Diaz and Brown, those two are at it again. Inman gets it over. And he's the only one chasing that ball as well. So Thompson King did really well in the end though. Made up the ground that he initially gave up and then won back the goal kick. This time they go wide and Sandbrook's not too thrilled with that delivery his way. Martin brings it down. McGregor gets past the defender somehow. This is looking dangerous. Sliding in again. That time it was Ueno. And it gets into the hands of Saliadaro. Well, about halfway through the second half, the home side will be wrapped with how it's going so far. 1-0 is the margin, and if you've just joined us, that goal came in the 17th minute via a good piece of play from Logan Sandbrook. It was a real poacher's goal. It was a bit of a loose ball in the box. He managed to trap it, turn, and without even looking at the goals, put it into the bottom left corner. Free kick going the way of the Knights there. Maybe just a straight foot. Didn't seem to be a lot in it. United have used 2 of their subs so far, 2 of their substitute windows as well. So they'll only get one more chance to make changes. The Knights still unchanged. Sticking with the starting 11. A very youthful bench from a Knights point of view as well. This one is cleared. There's nobody in blue shirts down that way though. Oh, that's a nice run from McGregor. Gets it over to Russell. He is hemmed in on that flank though, and well, Reardon does well with strength now. He's got lots of space to work with. Straight into King though. Falls fortuitously to Martin. Gets it to Adewale. Russell, was he taken down? No, Long got the ball. Out of play. Well, he's been excellent today, Jet Long. Back in the side today. Missed last week's match. And the recruit from Blacktown has played really well on that left-hand side. He's had a lot to do. The Knights love to attack down that right-hand side with Archie McGregor and Len Atawal. But for the most part, he's been up to the challenge. As here is Atawal. Free kick outside the box. However, must be just outside the box. Certainly grab the shirt. I think the cards are going to stay in the pocket for now, though. And just as we were singing Long's praises, well, he didn't really have much of an option there. He had to bring him to ground before he was able to cut that ball back. Great chance for the Knights, though. Dangerous position. Keda's given the duties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knights in there. 6 if you include Martin. This is towards the back post. There's just too much on it. And it's going to trickle across for a goal kick. That's one thing they'll be disappointed with so far, the Knights. They have high standards and they just haven't nailed those deliveries from dangerous positions so far today. Not too much action on the Knights bench either, I must say. Handful of players just jogging up and down on the spot, but nothing to speak of as of yet. We'll keep you up to date with any changes that come that way. Kroll all the way back. I feel like Kroll would feel like he hasn't had a lot of time on the ball today either. So often dictating the play and setting up things from the very back. Today, though, he hasn't been given much of a chance to do that. Ikeda. Diaz. Russell turns. Inman inside the box. Doesn't like his options, so he goes all the way back to King. And then back into the centre, and now Kroll uses Ludwig. Who with a bit of pace gets past. That ball gets onto the wrong side of McGregor. Adewell, first time though. Martin's there with the head, and it's wide. He was in a good position. Just the connection wasn't quite there, and well, on another day that might hit the target. Today though, missed by a good metre or two. Brown. Ueno over the top. Lucas brings it down on his chest, but Kroll's there, able to clear. Long thought he was fouled. The referee said it was okay. And Ludwig searches for Russell. His head almost gets over to Inman. Dylan is happy to boot it into the crowd. Quite a healthy crowd here today as well this evening / afternoon for this Gold Coast derby. Lots of travelling support as well, just from over in Carrara. The Knights have brought plenty of fans. McGregor inside the box, just tried a little bit too much, but won back superbly well. Stole it from Sandbrook. Adewell. Well, he's collected. Referee waves it away. Long is still down. That's hurt him. Ball continues to stay in play, though. Sandbrook turns. Not sure that United know that they've got to play down. Might be costly. Here goes Adewell. Gets it to Inman. Now Martin. Diving block from Dylan's excellent. Inman goes again, though. Sandbrook's going to get it. And the ball is still in play. Long is still down behind play, and finally the referee calls it to a stop. It was a heavy challenge between he and Adewell. They clattered into one another. And this doesn't look too good for the left back. As we can all take a bit of a break. Another fantastic diving block from Oscar Dillon Tyson Martin was lurking at the top of the box, as he so often is. Now Jet Long getting some medical attention. They've only got one substitute window left to use here, United. As I mentioned in the first half, last week they had the very unfortunate situation of getting an injury after using all their subs. Lachlan Semler wasn't able to be replaced. They had to finish the game with 10 men. They don't want to find themselves in that situation again. So this might be their last chance. Both sides getting a drink of water. And Long is going to stay in the squad, I think, at this stage. He's left the field of play, so the match can resume, but I don't think he's been substituted out of the game just yet. We'll keep a close eye on that. A reminder, if you are enjoying the coverage here tonight, well, don't go anywhere, because FQTV is going to have the top of the table clash between Lions and Peninsula Power coming to you live and free, of course. It's Long. He takes a drink. I think he might be okay to return to play here, which is good news. He does have to wait for the referee's blessing, and there he does. He gets it, and he'll take the throw in as well. Oh, okay, we've got a yellow card there. I think that was time wasting. Ueno in the book. First yellow card of the day. And that's a foul. Just a little bit too scrappy there. Oh, Ueno needs to be careful. Walking in front of the free kick like that, he just went into the book. Adewale, he looks okay after that heavy contest with Long. Darrington flicks it over to Sandbrook, who's furious with himself that he gives it away. Inman releases Aketa with a lovely ball. Gets the cross away. Dillon's there, as he so often is. Sandbrook tried to spin, thought better of it, knocked it out. No point taking on someone like Brad Inman in that sort of position. May as well just clear the danger, which he did. .78 minutes gone now. Here's Adewale from range, over the top. Never really looked threatening, but he had the space. He backed himself, so you can't criticise him too much. They have found it hard to get shots away, the Knights. Just 3 in the first half and 3 in the second so far. It's been an excellent full-team defence from United. They've pressed when they've had to. Midfielders and, well, Sandbrook and Lucas have dropped back on many occasions. That's a foul. Martin collected Reardon late. Not serious enough to warrant a yellow card, though. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this one. Get the feeling there still might be a twist or two to come. What are the chances? Logan Sandbrook's goal in the 17th minute. Max Brown was there. What are the chances? Sandbrook's goal in the 17th minute is the only goal in this one. 1-1. These two teams were last week. Nicely headed down. Ueno can use Brown, who finds Sandbrook. He's going to shoot first time into the feet of Ludwig. And Lucas, his cross is wide and over for a goal kick. Sandbrook. Loaded up on the left foot there. Well read though from Ludwig, and this one is turned over again. So United can keep the pressure on. The referees telling Minster to keep this game moving. Don't want to see any time wasting here in this one. This is all valuable time coming off the clock for the home side. Tries to get the cross in, it's blocked, and nice spin from Diaz. Using Martin, and Inman's there, and push and foul is the call from the ref. Looked like it may have been turned over, so that goes the way of the Knights. Time running out though for the team in fourth spot, searching for their first win in a month. Currently 1-0 behind though, plenty of work to do. Here's Inman, gets a shot away, Salidare blocks it and then jumps on the fumble. Not an easy save, but went well down to his left. Now Minster with fresh legs can take on Russell. Brown goes back. Still haven't seen any subs for the Knights. When do they pull the trigger? Here's Darrington. Gets past the keeper's out of his ground. Lucas is there. Gets past his feet. Ikeda can clear. Well, Groves was in no man's land. The ball just didn't fall to the feet of the United strikers. And they escape once more, the Knights. Russell with the head, wins the header, but he's got no one to give it to. Called a foul on Ikeda. Definitely heard the slap of boot on boot. Wasn't a whole lot in it though. Here's Martin. Cross to McGregor. Inman trying to spin Reedon out of that one. He's too strong though. And Brown very much playing as the target man since he's come on to replace Nicholas Panetta. Here is Brown. He is the furthest forward though, as United now finally holding back a little bit. Brown's not going to get there before it goes into touch, so still no subs for the Knights. Must be time to pull the trigger shortly, you would think. Something's got to change. Seven minutes of regular time remaining. Yeah, and potentially, as I touched on, United just sitting back a little bit more now. To their credit, they have been searching for that second goal right throughout the second half and have had a couple of good opportunities as well. Inman. So hard to stop when he gets the ball at his feet. Cross to Attawal. Reedon's there once again. Did that come off tonight? It did. That's a good result for the hosts. And they get a strong bit of applause from the fans here as well. Knocked down nicely, and here's Brown. Sandbrook's on the outside if he wants to use him. Chooses to go inside. Kroll cuts it out. But United have the numbers. And Ueno, the only player in the book so far today, brings it back for Brown. Now back out onto that left flank. Good defence from Diaz. Throw in. time running out for the Knights, who will finish their season with matches against Peninsula Power. That's at home next week, and then Royal Academy to finish their season. That's on August 14th. A win in that final match should be enough to see them lock in a top 4 spot, while United, well, every match is so crucial for them here in the remainder of this season. They've got Brisbane City next week away, and then they finish with a home game against Eastern Suburbs. That's on August 14. Let's wait and see if they do enough to stave off relegation. And here are those substitutes that we thought might be coming. Diaz and Attawell are making way. I'll tell you who has replaced them in just a moment. Well, play it down behind the ball as Brown rushes forward towards the corner. And now Ikeda with the quick release. Here is one of those new players, Cody Nancaro, into the game. Russell chooses not to jump that time. Inman gets it out. Bit of volleyball in the middle of the field at the minute. Martin tries to flick that one on. And this one is going to go safely down to the keeper. So Nancaro into the game for Diaz. And I think Adewale is still on, in fact. So just the one sub was made. Here's Inman, trying to create something for his team. Finds the feet of Ikeda, who turns onto his non-preferred side. Now Martin gets the shot away. It's wide. Not too far wide, though. And a yellow card going the way of Austin Ludwig as well. But Martin, that was a golden opportunity. Had the keeper diving. Flicked on. Ueno just hits it straight into the defender, but he's still got the ball at the back post as Brown tries to trap it. Darrington, he can have a shot. Nice save from Groves. Tips it out for a corner kick. And United can keep the pressure on here with yet another attacking play. Well, Martin, he's had a few shots today, a few really good opportunities as well. That last one, just wide of the far post. On another day, that would find the back of the net. 2 minutes of regular time remaining. Not quite sure we'll have a heap of added time, with no goals so far in this half. They've got to move it quickly now, the Knights. Decide to work it out by foot. Oh, Russell's dispossessed. And Long, who's had a great day, finds Brown. His ball back to Ueno is just a bit misguided. King's going to go back in the other direction. This game has really opened up now, as you would expect. Dillon goes wide to Minster, who's got the fresh legs. Almost ties himself in a knot, and Martin does well. Inman over to Russell, heading away from goal. Nancaro freshly into the game. Is he pushed over? The referee hasn't called them all day, and this is no exception. That's going to be a goal kick. home side here hold on for a much needed victory. They've only won 4 games this season, United. This would be as big a result as they've had all season. Lucas flicks it on to Ueno. Adderall is in front though. Shepherds the ball over for a goal kick. Still plenty of blue shirts high up the ground. They want their second goal on them. Might get another chance here through Darrington. Goes all the way across to Lucas. It's just out of his reach. He will get there though. Going to take some seconds off the clock here, so not a bad result. Minster, he's got a good left foot if he wants to whip it in. Decides not to. Thompson King. Inside. Well done by Ludwig. Gets it to Martin, but he loses it. And now Darrington goes for goal. It's off target though. The shots keep coming from United. Adewale playing a bit more direct now. Don't have too many options, the Knights. Only 2 clean sheets so far this season for Carlos Saliadaro, and Gold Coast United is today going to be their 3rd. The Knights, well, they've only gone goalless once this season as well. It's rare that they don't hit the score sheet. Ludwig trying everything to push through and wins the foul. And we're going to see a card here. Thompson King into the book. Just holding up play a little bit too much there for the ref's liking. Inman taking the responsibility with this free kick. All the Knights players are up there, bar the goalkeeper now. Goes wide to Adewale instead of hoisting it into the box. Way too much on that. Inman is furious with his teammate, and it rolls across for a goal kick. Adewale clearly didn't get the memo. And that's another good opportunity gone begging. Into added time now. Can't be too much longer left in this one. The ref with a quick glance at his watch. Long down the line. Oh, Ueno had it at his feet, but he just tripped over. And now Ludwig can send it long back in the other direction. Nancarrow's collected behind play. The referee says it's okay. Now Brown can send Thompson King with heavy legs. Can't quite get it past Kroll. And now Russell, he's never going to stop running. Players, you can tell that they're tired. It's been a hard 90 so far. Not done yet though. All the way across to McGregor to stretch this defence for one last time perhaps. Inside the box. A few step overs though. Didn't quite work. All the United players behind the ball now. Quick check of the watch from the referee. King hoists it in there. Salidari rises and collects. He's played really well today, the United keeper. A couple of really great saves. A few really good takes. And that one super important with Joel Russell threatening. Groves has to pump it forward. Doesn't get a great piece of it. Falls in the lap at Lucas, but Inman picks his pocket. And still showing great pace. Gets it across to McGregor. He's going to cut inside if he can. Adewale. Inman blocked again. Long, he's done it all day. Gets it across to Lucas, who wins the throw in and goes to ground. He's understandably exhausted, but we are in the final stages of this match. He'll be happy to take a few more seconds off the clock. And he's not moving. Hand on head. Referee doesn't seem too concerned. We just have to add this on. To throw in. Lucas is going to continue. Long from Long. Rudin wins the header. Long knocks it out. Just one last roll of the dice for the Knights, perhaps. They're going to try and play the ball out. And Caro, the only sub used. This is going in Solidaro's direction, way too close to the keeper. And he's not going to miss that opportunity. And that does it. A huge win for Gold Coast United here. Gets them at least temporarily out of the relegation zone. They've beaten their rivals, Gold Coast Knights, 1-0. Solidaro looks to the heavens. An excellent performance from a side who's been under the pump this year. Just their 5th win of the season, but it's come at a very, very crucial time. The only goal scorer today, 18-year-old Logan Sandbrook, with an excellent finish in the 17th minute. Got it past Groves, the keeper, into the bottom left corner. And United, well, they threatened. They probably threatened more than the Knights to double the advantage. And they managed to hold on to that slender lead for the remaining time. A great result for the home side here. Hope you've enjoyed today's coverage. Thanks for your company on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. My name is Josh on a finger. We'll catch you on the next NPL Men's stream. Until next time, goodbye.
Is there another game on? Yeah. Oh. The only issue is who's playing? It looks like they're warming up over there, maybe. No. Yeah. I didn't know there was another game on here. here, I can take it back.